Right, now let's turn to the title of documents. And we'll share the screen. That sort of comes in two parts. The first part is to specify the title and the author by the commands \title and \author with the information within braces. And then the second part is within the code where you want the title to physically appear, you put \make title. So let's have a look at in this example. Now, we've put the definition of the title and the author in the preamble, and I recommend you do that immediately after the document class. So when you look at this document later, 6 months, 6 years later, it's easiest to find out what the document's about. Right, so that's where we define the title. That's where we've defined the author. Now, it's not typeset there, it's typeset here via the make title command. There it is. And as you can see in the source, this is a 2-column document. Right, and you'll notice the sectioning commands have changed appropriately in size and spacing. Right, so the title is typeset here, bigger font, the name and address is typeset here, and we automatically get a date. Now, it is best practice that all documents have title, author, date. So please ensure that you do that for every document you create. It grieves me greatly that the university has so many documents that don't satisfy that simple management practice. So don't fall into the bad habit of omitting some of that information. Always include it. Now, you'll notice, for example, the title's not bold. You think, oh, surely the title should be bold. The answer is no, because the title's not really used for navigation. Yeah, the title's at the front. It's used to inform people comprehend non-bold text better. You don't need bold. And it is highlighted anyway. It's highlighted by the white space. You know, that is enough. You'll see that information is centered as is the normal default, and that's fine. What else have we got? Right, that's basically it for that first use. The date. LaTeX uses the today's date. That's perfectly adequate for many purposes. When you reach the end, or especially if you're collaborating with people and you want to be sure about what version of the document you're talking about, it's good to put in the date explicitly. So you can put that in with the \date command, and again, put it in the preamble. So date, this was written in 1996, I think. I can't remember which month, so let me just say, oh, let's say 4th of July. Oh, let's not say that. Let's say the 1st of April. That's a better date, isn't it? 1996. Save it, typeset it, and the only thing that's changed is the date. So it's good practice to use the date and even to comment on the version in there. What if you've got multiple authors? Separate them in the author information with \and. Okay. Addresses and thanks should usually appear in footnote. It's often convenient to have them in footnote. in which case you use the \thanks command. So here, for example, I could have gone /thanks School of Mathematical Sciences, University of Adelaide, end brace of the thanks, and then gone and another author, A.N. Anonymous, the famous Anonymous, who thanks Erewhon University, and end the brace of the author field. Now you can see the two authors separated by a suitable space because we used the and their addresses are now footnoted down here. Beautiful. All right, so there are a few things to say here. We've shown how the \, the slosh character, and the braces are special characters in LaTeX. Right. So is the %sign. Right. The %sign tells LaTeX to ignore the rest of the line, and this empowers us to comment the document. So you see in this source, and I didn't document it before, but there's this line, which the text editor has put in red. It's just plain text. The red is the text editor doing its stuff. It begins with a %sign, and that % could occur later in the line, but it says tells LaTeX to ignore everything after. So that is now a comment to me as the writer of this document. It doesn't appear in the final. You see, there's no definition of title and abstract here at all. So that's useful, again, especially when you're collaborating. There are other special characters, the $, the ampersand, underscore, hash, and a few others, but these are the main ones that you might get into trouble. If you need any of these characters to appear in the document, you precede them by a slosh. So you could, for example, if you have an and in there, so if it was Department of Mathematical and Computer Science, it's not, but suppose it is, the \and appears in the address down here. To make it a bit clearer, there it is. So although it's a special character, the \ makes it appear. Okay, so the \, to get a \ character doesn't work like that. You have to do something special, which I'm not going to mention now. Instead, it's used to make a line break, but do not do that except in special circumstances that I'll describe later. So that's all I want to say on titles.